how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now.
Okay, we're here in Kumai, Ecuador. We've got a group of guys here, real fit guys digging ditches today, running a water line for the Bible school. And they didn't know that they were going to be doing this today, but they chipped in and they've dug a ditch. How far do you think now?
Probably 200 yards.
200-yard ditch. And this is some of the construction that we're continuing here on the Bible school in Kumai. If you're interested in coming and being part of this, we've got the foundation over to our right of the prayer tower. There's plenty of construction work to do. You can contact Builders International, or you can contact Tim Anderson directly through the Assemblies of God and see what you and your church can do to help in this effort to bring the gospel to the deep jungle.
Today we're going to the village of Mamayaku. It's a long journey, first driving about 5 kilometers, then we have to walk about an hour and a half. It's down a very steep incline where a lot of people are falling and struggling as they go down. Then we approach the great river Pastaza. The river Pastaza divides two provinces, Pastaza y Morona Santiago. And the river is a mighty tributary of the Amazon River itself. It's a very powerful river and one that you have to respect. We cross in a canoe as a water taxi, 4 people at a time, with a big outboard motor to the other side, and then have to still walk a further distance to reach the villages. And that is the same thing that the children have to do there. The young people, teenagers, they only have a school in their village until 10th grade, so to finish the last years of their high school, they have to walk. Imagine walking an hour, then crossing a river taxi, then walking another hour and a half up a very, very steep bank, all to get to the main street to take a bus to school here in Kumai so they can finish the 11th, 12th, and 13th year, the last years of high school, to get their diploma. So these young people are really struggling. It's a fight for them. That's part of the reason the team brought water closer to them, and we're praying the government will send more schools.
This village is named Mamayaku from the fish in the Pastaza River. They're very beautiful. They eat the fish. This is one of the biggest villages in this area. It's called a hub village. There are other smaller villages around this area, but this area has a grocery store, has a marketplace. They sell jewelry and crafts here. They have a school. They have a church and a church guest house. They have a volleyball court and soccer field. And we are installing rain barrels here in this village. The job that we're doing here is very important because there are many people that have had, from drinking the water here, they've had digestive issues, problems with their stomach, many health problems that have led to death. This includes men, women, and children. So we're trying to improve the health of the people in these villages.
Hi, my name is Joshua Curtin. I'm 12 years old. I'm working here on the water team, and I'm happy doing so.
In my daily Bible reading here, just been reading through Isaiah 59. And verse 19, it says, you know, that when the spirit of the enemy comes in like a flood, then the Spirit of the Lord will raise up a standard against him. And I look at this Bible school and I look at the prayer tower and everything that's happening here. And I think this is the Lord raising a standard, putting his foot down, saying the gospel is going forth. The power of the enemy cannot go any further. The gospel is going forth. The word of God is going forth in power and being preached by these Shawar missionaries. And it's important that we, even back home in the United States, preach the gospel and proclaim the good news of the Word of God and the truth to those we know.
And if you want to come on a trip like this, it's a lot of fun. I know it looks like a lot of work, but it's very rewarding. Some of these people will never have an experience like this, and it would be a good thing to be able to come along and check it out.
So this is my first business trip, so I really didn't know what to expect. My very first experience was when we pulled up on the bus. All the kids were just standing there waiting. And that was incredible because they were so happy to see us. Like, they were all so friendly. Like, in the States, you see someone new, you walk by them, don't really think much about it. But these kids, they see us and they, you know, it made their day. And they were all lovey, like touchy, like hugging all over us, and you know, all they wanted to do was play and get to know us. Even though I don't speak very good Spanish, it was great being able to communicate to them like through play and, you know, and the ways that we could. So that was a really eye-opening experience to how, a really eye-opening moment to how this whole experience is going to go.